Alright guys, these steps are very similar to what we did yesterday. We're still doing the same thing we did yesterday. We're still solving by elimination. We're still solving by elimination, okay? Yesterday, we already had something that was set up to cross out, right? Something already canceled out, guys. Something already canceled out yesterday. There was something that added up to 0, right? Today, we're not going to have that. We're going to have to do some work to get something to cancel out, all right? What we're going to have today is one of the variables is going to have exactly the same number in front of it. Instead of being the same number but opposite, it's going to be exactly the same. So in order to make them opposite, we're going to have to multiply one of our equations by -1. Now, we can't pick and choose, okay? You have to multiply the whole equation by -1. Alright, so what's always the first thing we need to look for in these examples? The equations have to be in standard form. Are both of these equations in standard form? Yeah, they are, okay? So we don't need to do any work there. But, does anything cancel out yet? No. Is something close to canceling out? We got 2a and 2a, right? We need one of them to be negative in order for them to cancel out, though, right? So we got to multiply one of these equations by -1. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Okay, which one do you guys want to multiply? The first one? Okay, so we're going to multiply the entire equation by -1. We're distributing that -1 inside. Now we're going to rewrite our equation. -1 times 2a is -2a. -1 times b is -1b, right? Equals -1 times 6, -6. Our second equation is going to stay the same. Yeah, what cancels out? The 2a and the -2a, right? Why do they cancel out? Because they add up to be 0, right? So we can go ahead and 2a and -2a are going to cancel. And we're going to add everything else together. -1b plus 3b is 2b. And -6 plus 8? 2b. And then? Divided by 2. So we're going to get b is 1. Now, are we going to have a point, do you think? Because why are we going to have a point?
We do that x and y.
Because we don't have x and y, we got a and b, right? So we're just going to have an a equals and a b equals for this problem. You're still doing the same, it's the same idea. Just because there's not an x and a y there, it's still two lines that you're finding a point for. But since we don't have an x and a y, we're not going to create a point. So now that we know what b is, what do we need to do?
Plug it in.
Plug it back in so we can find a, right? Does it matter which equation I choose?
No.
No, which one do you want?
First.
The very first one. That's probably the one I would choose.
Which one's the first one? That one?
The 2a plus b equals 6.
I know I got more on my quiz.
Huh?
This is new.
But it doesn't matter which one you plug it in for.
No, because
You can do either one. You could plug it into that one, or you could plug it into that one. It doesn't matter which one you plug it in.
I'm plugging in for blue.
It doesn't. That's fine.
Plus, you can plug it into the 2a -2b.
Guys, it doesn't matter which equation you plug it right in for. I've said that a bunch of times. It does not matter. Any one of these 4 equations works. Plug it in for anything. So we got a 1 here, right? We're going to distribute it. So 2a plus 1 is equal to 6. Then what? Subtract 1. So 2a is equal to Right, it's 6y and 6y though. 6 plus 6 is not 0, right? So what do we got to do? Times 1 by -1. Which one do you want to times by -1? The first one? Okay. So it's going to look like negative 4x minus 6y is equal to negative 18. And then the other one doesn't change. Alright, so now when we add them up, now you know how I feel when I read your writing. This is what it looks like. What's negative 4x and 3x? Negative 4x plus 3x. Hello? Negative 4x plus 3x. Negative 1x. Negative 6y and positive 6y? Cancel out. Is equal to negative 18 and 7?
Negative 11.
And then?
Negative 1. Positive 11.
X is 11. So I come up here, and the x value is 11. Now I gotta find y. What do I gotta do?
Plug 11 in.
Plug x equals 11 back in. So I'm gonna use the first equation. So 4 times 11 plus 6y is equal to 18, right? What's 4 times 11? And then subtract 44. 6y equals negative 26. Divide by 6. Y is negative 13 over negative 13 over 3. So there's your answer. Huh? You can plug it into any one of those equations you want. It doesn't matter. Any one of those equations you want.
Done. Yeah.